And welcome back to some more Resident Evil. So this game is probably one of the first few series I started on the channel. We did a Jill playthrough. I think I actually did the director's cut. This is just the standard edition for the PS1. But I'm pretty sure at the end of that I did say we'd come back and do a Chris playthrough. But not only am I going to do that, my kind of plan is for the next probably 4 days, I think, is to do the whole original trilogy. So Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. I'm probably going to split it into 4 videos. So it's going to be something a bit different. It's going to be some longer content. So my idea is that this first video will be Resident Evil 1, Chris playthrough all the way through, beginning to end. However long that takes me, I won't be rushing. It'll just be a casual playthrough. And then I think Resident Evil 2 I will probably split into 2 videos just because there's 2 discs, Leon and Claire. So I'll probably do that and then make Resident Evil 3, which is probably the least one I've played out of the 3. Make that its own video as well. I might change that and split it a bit more, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the original Resident Evil games are probably my favourite. 2. I always find it hard which one's my favourite out of 1 or 2. One's just such a classic with the mansion, but I really enjoyed 2. And I played this game a fair few times. I should probably stop, but one last time, at least. And then we're probably going to do the remakes, because my original idea was to do them in chronological order. But then I kind of started with this one, so that doesn't make any sense, because there's now 0, which we did recently. And I'm never doing that game again because that game drives me mad. And then 4 came out, so I figured, oh, I would do that because it's new and I wanted to play it. But maybe from now on they'll be in some sort of chronological order. Probably not. Timeline's a bit of a mess with these games. Let's shut up and just go. Okay, so we did Jill last time. Chris is generally, I think, considered more of a hard playthrough. And to me, this is difficulty for the original game. Who you pick here. Because Jill gets like Barry that helps her with a lot of stuff and rescues her out of random situations. She gets more inventory space. She starts with a gun. She can lockpick things. She gets the bazooka, where Chris gets none of that. He has to find small keys to open small drawers or lock-picked doors. I think he has to find an extra key for certain parts of the game. He doesn't get the bazooka. I think he literally gets, like, the shotgun, the pistol, the Magnum later on. I think that's it as far as gun goes. I think there's, like, a flamethrower during the cave section. But you can only use that between, like, certain points because it's used as a key, so... And his inventory space is a lot smaller. So this will be a harder playthrough. But I've done it before, and I think it's generally up to the point where you come back to the house where it gets difficult. But let's go.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why. only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
They have escaped into the mansion, where they thought it was safe. Yet.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Okay, here we go. So yeah, our inventory is a lot smaller. We normally have 2 more slots, as you can see by the black space now above my stuff. And why does he only start with a knife? I mean, it seems kind of pointless really, because you literally pick the gun up in the hall. Might as well just give it you. But what happened to my gun? Did he just drop it? Sounds unprofessional of him to drop his gun, but sure. And why did Brad, the helicopter pilot, just leave? Like, was that his orders to land and drop them off and just peace out, huh? Saw or heard gunfire and just thought, nah, I'll just leave. And he only just flies around anyway, we're looking for us. So why did he leave in the first place? Anyway. Just looking grandfather clock. A picture of a woman. Some nice commentary there, thank you. Dinner utensils. A picture of beautiful scenery. There's nothing inside. It's dark outside and I can't see very far. And no blurred. So I've played Chris a lot less than I have Jill, so I'm not as familiar with the playthrough as I would be Jill. Oh no, zombie! Well, we can't find him because I'm not trying to knife him. I know people can play this game with only knife, but I do not know how they do it. Controls are far too clunky for me to do that. So we'll run away like Sissy Girl and go speak to our team. Because why they didn't all just come and investigate this as a team, I don't know. Well, we do know, but...
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
Who knows? At least Jill left her gun for you. I do wonder how this actually took place. Like, did Wesker, like, put his gun to Jill's head and then say, right, drop your gun, we're going for a walk? Like, how did... Because she ends up in the cell at the end of the game. How did they get there? Did they go through the house? Did they go back outside to get around it all? Does Wesker have, like, some sort of master key that unlocks all the crap that's between us and that cell? Because it's a fair way off. Considering everything's fucking locked. Okay. I feel like we've got to do this first. Just clip the door through the dog's head, it's fine. I did like in the remake that they kind of had a nod to that, but had the dogs literally break in if you do that. I'm also very curious on what the canon is, the canon story is for this game. Because either way doesn't make sense. Like, was it Chris that went through this mansion and Jill was captured? Or was Chris captured? And was it Jill and Barry that went through? Because there's obviously future games. Some games have Barry in. I don't know if Rebecca is in any of the other games, but I know she's in some of the films. So it's like, well, both versions of it couldn't have happened, surely. So I just wonder if they ever do a remake, another remake of this game, if they'll kind of like change how that works. Because you don't see Rebecca in if you play as Jill, and you don't see Barry. Barry is assumed dead if you're playing as Chris. So, what's the canon story? How did it actually happen? We'll head back in here and kill this zombie just because he's got, well, the body next to him has bullets. Even though I have to waste bullets to, I forget, is he down? Yeah, he is. Sometimes he's up this hallway. I instantly missed like the auto lock-on thing. You're not dead. I feel like things are harder to kill in this version of the game as well, when you play as Chris. Like things just do more damage and have more health. But maybe I'm just reading into that, I don't know. He's Kenneth from Star's Bravo team. Now he's become a mere shadow of his former self. Just give me his bullets. I really feel like they missed a trick with Resident Evil 0. Like, you don't find out or interact with any of these members of Bravo team. Like, when that game was announced, surely you were thinking, oh, we'll get to know more about Bravo team, who just, you know, died in the mansion or whatever. But no, you find out more about Rebecca, who you find in this game anyway. And, like, who else is in that game that you interact with? One guy gets killed by dogs and smashes through the train at the beginning of that game. You see, is it Enrico, who's in this game, who dies? And then everyone else just dies in the background of this game, like this poor chap. Kenneth is his name, and there's Forrest who dies. I guess there's the guy who gets bit by the snake, whose name I keep forgetting. You don't find out shit about him. Said they'd put Billy in Resident Evil 0. Some random fucking guy. Like, why not have it as a random Bravo team member? You could have literally picked any of the people that died in this mansion. You could have played as. Or could have been there with Rebecca. But nope, just some random army guy. Okay, I think we need to kind of head upstairs is the best direction for us to go, as far as progress goes. Not that we're in a rush to progress, or to go the most optimal way, but I'll just try and familiarise myself with where we can go first, because I know different doors are locked, or Jill can lockpick a lot of doors where Chris needs an actual key. Because I don't think we can go through this door after this one, because this is a lockpick door normally, I think. It's locked. A carving of a sword. So that is a key that Jill does not get. Because she can just lockpick it open. We'll grab the map. Don't need it. Don't think I ever even used it, but... Map of the first floor, will you take it? You got the map of the first floor. Should I focus on the paintings? Picture of a chubby woman. It's a bit rude. Picture of steep scenery. Nothing unusual. Picture of a beautiful woman. Nothing to bother about. You don't know. It could be like a safe behind it or anything. A beautiful oil painting. A woman drawing water. Now normally in here there is just a zombie and an ink ribbon. I don't think there's anything else in here. I love that you can nudge him. I don't want to pick up the ink ribbon because I just don't have the inventory space. Can I move this guy without getting bit? Kind of, a little bit. Okay, managed to avoid him. Yeah, that door's locked. I believe we can go straight upstairs to where our dear friend Forrest is. I don't really know what we get from up there though, because normally you would get the bazooka. Carving of armor on this door. This used to always like... I found this weird, this door, because like it looks like the door just like disappears. It doesn't reach the floor. Is it just me, or... I feel like maybe they fixed this kind of thing a little bit in the director's cut. So you can see the door frame around the edge, but it kind of just like stops right below like Chris's knee pads or whatever. No, it's just weird. Oh, we can go in here, can't we? I feel like you can't go much further though. We'll get rid of these guys. Should have the ammo for it. Did you die? Died kind of quick. It's locked. Carving of armor. Okay. It's locked from the inside. No, this one opens, does it? I thought you were locked out from this way. Botany book about medicinal herbs. As you may know, there are many plants that have medicinal effects. Since ancient times, humans have been healing wounds and diseases using various plants. In this book, we're going to sample 3 herbs that grow around the Raccoon Mountains and give their outlines as examples of those plants with medicinal properties. Each herb has different colours and different effects on medical plants. The green one recovers physical strength. The blue one neutralizes natural toxins, while the red herb does not have any effect by itself. The red herb is only effective when it is mixed with other herbs. For example, if you mix this herb with the herb that recovers physical strength, the recovery effect will be tripled. By adjusting the amount and experimenting with these 3 types of herbs, you can create various kinds of medicines, but I'll leave the details in your hands, because that's the best way to acquire true knowledge. So you're a completely useless book that doesn't actually give you any answers to how to make different healing. Thanks. I mean, there's literally like, You use a green one, you use a green and a red one, or you use a green and a blue one. I don't think you can even mix a red and a blue one together. You can do all three. I don't think you can do a red and a blue. So there isn't really that many combos. You either use them on their own or mix them all together. Or just a red and a green one. It's well arranged. Nothing uncommon. So I'm trying to just go in different directions than I normally would when playing Resident Evil, just to see if different variations happen. Because I'm so used to just doing the same thing over and over. You unlocked it. Because we're near the shotgun. And I normally don't bother going near the shotgun until I've got the broken one. Because unless you're playing as Jill, you can't get it without the broken one, because Barry can come and save your ass. Is he dead? Can't normally look for the blood, but... We're doing for bullets. But yeah, there's a bug with the shotgun. Well, I found, I'm curious if it still happens even if you do it properly. But if you don't go in, I'm trying to think of the order of how it happens. But if you just go in, is it just with Chris? I think it's just with Chris. But if you just go and trade in the broken shotgun straight away and put it on where the shotgun is, the shotgun looks like the broken shotgun throughout the whole game. Now, I don't know if you go and interact with it first without the broken shotgun. Maybe it's if you pick the broken shotgun up first. When you pick up the actual shotgun, the gun just looks like the broken shotgun. The normal shotgun just looks like the broken one. I'm curious if that is just a general bug anyway, or if it will be normal if we do it in the more intended order, I guess. So if we go into the room where the shotgun is now, pick it up, we won't be able to take it because the trap will trigger. And then come back and get it later with the broken shotgun, if the shotgun will look normal. Because every time I played as Chris, the shotgun has always looked just like the broken one in his hands, and I don't know why. So I'm curious if that's just how it looks, or if that is a bug for doing it in that order. Oh, we have some clips in here, I didn't realise. Oh, this bugs me the hell out of me that it doesn't auto stack them. Knife can go in. I'm going to have to drop herbs off and first aid sprays because we don't have this space for all this different stuff. So we'll just have to come back as and when we need some healing. Okay, we've got the chemical. But that is for the other side of the house. Some weird glitches there. I don't know why that's doing that. Wish I had time to enjoy these pictures. I mean, you do. Is there a rush? Oh, we can't get this way. It's locked from the inside. Okay. So we do need the key first. Which I believe is in the medical room. Which is on the other side of the house. Which is where I would normally head to first. But I figured I would mix it up and just go in some different routes. There's another zombie down there, I can see him. Pretty sure all these are locked, more or less. The one down here is just herbs and a map, once we get the lighter. Come on, you. Where I can see you. They keep dying in ways where I can't actually see if they're dead or not. Oops. Okay, he's dead. 3 of them in this hallway. That's another thing, and there's more enemies for Chris. They really rank up the difficulty with him. Less guns, less space, more damage. Okay, another herb. Yeah, we can't do much without the lighter there. It's for the map. It's locked. Carving of a helmet, which is one of the last keys we get for the house. Okay, so then we've got to head back. You unlocked it. Nice. Yeah, this is the problem, I guess, because with Chris, you're going to be going past the shotgun, the broken shotgun, before you even get to the normal shotgun. But I want to test my theory. If we pick up the normal shotgun before the broken one, will it fix the bug? Carving of armor. Let's go check crows. There's bullets out here instead of a bazooka. Small key. When are we going to need a small key? We'll pick it up now. I think we're okay for inventory space for now. There's one in the room with the broken shotgun. I know that much. I hope this blood isn't from my teammates. Hate to break it to you. I do wonder what happened here. Like, you assume this blood is that of Forrest who's out here. But was he attacked in here? Because I thought he's pecked to death by crows. So were the crows in here pecking him to death? I mean, the man did bring a bazooka to a crow fight. Wasn't going to end well, was it? Okay, we'll grab this and ruin. Can we grab the bullets without looking at him? Because I think looking at him triggers the... See, it auto stacks ammo there, but why can't it do it when you bring it out of your chest? It's Forrest. He's been pecked to death by crows. Doesn't explain why there's so much blood on the inside of this room. And we're not going to shoot all the birds, because it's just a waste of ammo. Like, if they had a broken window in that corridor, that would kind of maybe explain it. The birds smashed through the window and started attacking him or something. And then he fled outside to where more of them were and just got murderized. But no. Maybe he was already bleeding when he got in there. I don't think you're dead. Nope. Got your arm off though, didn't I? Are you still alive? Think about that for a minute, Chris. Think about what that means. That's persistent. There we go. We got him, coach. The guys in white just tougher or what? Because these guys... I can't see if he's dead now. His eyes shut. I assume he is. Okay, we'll move and drop this. Get this ready. Can we look at this? No, can't interact with it. Okay, we'll boop that down there. That priceless statue. So that's ready for when we want to pick it up. There's another 3 zombies in here, I think. There's so many more zombies. The ammo's looking a bit rough. Okay, I'm assuming that one's dead. Okay, we can probably avoid this guy. These are both locked. I don't think you can even get through that end door with Chris. Because getting through it as Jill is kind of a... It's a hard find. You have to do something very specific to get the code from Barry. Isn't there like 3 more down here as well, or 2 more? Maybe 3. Whew, need that shotgun, because then you can just kill him in 1 hit. Which is what I like about this game. I think they nerfed it in later games a bit. What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
So, she's a newcomer. She joined, she say, like last month or something. So am I supposed to believe that they've never met? Have they never been at the station at the same time? Like, she's been working with you for a month. Sure, you're a part of a different team. But surely you know each other. I mean, in Resident Evil 2, you literally have an office and she has her own desk. Which makes no sense if she's that much of a rookie, because there's a first aid box there and stuff that it says something about her. But how have you not met? Makes no sense. And we've seen the other Bravo team members, they're all dead around the house. Will you take the magic key? Yes. Pretty sure if we look at it, it changes what it says about the key, or what it's called if we check. So it's called mansion key at the minute. But if we look at it, carving of a sword. Now it's a sword key. I think Kingdom Hearts would beg to differ. Okay, we're looking a little rough. We've got 13 bullets, and there's at least 2 or 3 more zombies in this corridor. And then there's like another 3 in the other one. So we have to get some ammo. I don't even know we can get into the room with the broken shotgun yet. Is it a mansion key lock? I feel like it isn't. But I don't remember. Trying to think where else we need a small key. There's one in the like dressing room area with the mirror. There is one upstairs we won't get to until much later. And there's like 3 in the garden house or guard house or whatever it's called. I'm gonna say we don't need the key right now. If anything, we probably need the chemical. Assuming I can get in that room. I think I can. Vitamins and serums.
I wonder if everybody is...
Yep, they are. Near enough. Oh, I forgot their names. Like Forrest, I remember Forrest. He's pecked to death. What was the guy with the original zombies name? Kenneth, I think. He's dead.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
Will you take Rebecca with you? Obviously, this I don't know what specifically changes the endings and stuff. Generally, I always say yes to this. What difference it makes, I don't know, because she doesn't actually come with you.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
Okay, so you're not coming then. Great. Bye. Okay, I'm going to try and avoid interactions here, just to save the bullets. You can generally avoid them. Yeah, okay, so this is the room with the broken shotgun, and it's locked. Carving of armor. So that's where one of the drawers is that you can unlock with the small key. And then in here is going to be interesting. Okay, you have used the sword key. If we jump in here, there's some ammo. We'll take the clip. Do we want to look at this diary yet? Is there shotgun shells in this drawer for Chris? We'll hold off for now. I just want to be a bit more sparing with the bullets. Let's probably kill this one out here, because he's blocking the door to the tiger statue. Okay, he's dead. You unlocked it. Let's go grab the blue stone. Can we also unlock this door? You have used the sword key. If we go in here, can we trigger Rebecca? Because Rebecca has to play the piano, because everyone knows that men can't play the piano. Only women can. But can we trigger that yet? Because it takes her a while to practice. Even though she gets practice in Resident Evil 0. Because they just copied and pasted that puzzle. Was it Billy that plays it in that one? I don't remember. Maybe Billy played it. Maybe they learned their lesson by then. Check music notes. Title is Moonlight Sonata. Chris unfortunately can't read music. Cue Rebecca. And this bizarre conversation they have.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Yep. I mean, are you blind?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play?
Not very well.
Wait, what is that?
Awful is what it is.
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
Will you have Rebecca practice? I'm curious what happens if you say no. Because surely you need her to practice to unlock the puzzle. We'll just say yeah.
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Alright. Even though I'm pretty sure in any kind of zombie situation, making loud noises is a bad idea. Let's just, you know, ring the dinner bell. Anyway, we'll leave her to that nonsense. And continue what we were doing. I mean, we've used the key on another lock, so that means once we finally unlock the last door, we can dispose of the key. Nothing else down here, was there? What was his name? Kenneth, yeah. So she didn't walk past this guy and find him and just decapitated. Looks like a picture of this mansion. Doesn't to me. Pretty sure that's not what the mansion looks like, but sure. I think it's just a mansion, Chris. How would you even know? You've seen it like in the dark while running away from doggos. Will you take the blue jewel? Sure thing. Go place that in the statue now. We don't need the emblem until Rebecca can open that door. With the piano puzzle. Which... that puzzle gets us the key to the attic, I believe. Which I'm not ready for yet anyway. So we'll leave her be. Is there a crest in here? I played this version and the director's cut, so my brain gets confused on where things are now. In which version. Normally a crest piece. Yeah, okay. But in like the director's cut, they just like move it up one. So it's like one puzzle ahead of where it normally is or something or other. So make you take one extra step to get it. It reads, some tigers have a red eye and a blue eye. Do they though? Is that true? I feel like maybe it's probably not. Okay, I kind of want to use the chemical and get that out of my inventory. But my concern is the zombies. There's one here, but I feel like there's one further up the corridor. I can hear him moving. Oh, well, I wasn't aiming for him, but that worked out. You don't need that arm. Come on, save me some bullets. Jesus. I was like, it's probably anyone. Is he still alive? Fuck. Guy's persistent. Oh, bloody ammo sponge. There's not another one around this corner, right? Thank God. I mean, we're not far off getting the shotgun now. This key will open the door that will get us towards the shotgun. Well, I say that, but we still need the broken shotgun first. Here's the plant. Does this actually do damage? No, that's our first hit if it does. An old pump. Water seems to be sent from here. There it is open. Just shake these. Chemical. A chemical to kill the weeds. Okay, so there's our next key, which will get us the broken shotgun. But I did say I didn't want to pick it up yet. There's a lot of herbs in here I need to grab and take back to the old chest. Which just means multiple runs past zombies. Which isn't ideal. Maybe we'll leave them there for now and I'll collect them later. And store them. Okay, we could go... I mean, we can open up a lot of doors now. Because what is this key? Let's just check it so we can identify it. Mansion key and armor. Nice. We have 6 bullets to our name. Don't remember if there's ammo in the broken shotgun room. Maybe. No, I think there's some in the chest or in the drawer. It might be an ink ribbon that I'm thinking of. It's on the cabinet. Oh no, there is a clip. So that's what the broken shotgun looks like. And in the past, I feel like every time I get the shotgun with Chris, it always looks like that when he's holding it. But I generally always grab this one first, because I know that I need it. But I want to test what happens if we do it the other way around. So I'm going to come back for that. Which is weird, because you generally get the key for the broken shotgun before you get to even where the other one is. I do want to go to the chest, but... trying to think what we're going to deal with. I've got some bullets though. At least. We're going to head for the shotgun. Isn't there like 3 zombies in that room for Chris? It's ludicrous. The more doors we can lock, the better, I think. She perfected that yet? Whatever. We're in no rush for that key. We've got enough keys to use up. There's bullets in the dog corridor. But will we waste more ammo than we'll make back? It's not going to be a big difference, is it? Because we've got to kill the dogs to be able to get the bullets. I believe we can unlock this door. There might even be bullets in here. Again, there's another drawer in here we need a small key for. We've only got 1 small key. Okay, yeah, there is bullets. Okay. We'll come back to this room and explore this more. I think there's something in the drawer, which is probably like shotgun shells. And then there's herbs and an ink ribbon, I think. We've probably got a bunch of doors upstairs we can open as well now. But I want to get this shotgun stuff done. Or tested and done. You've used the sword key. Oh good, that was it for the sword key. This key is useless. How he knows that, I have no idea. Okay, here we go. Iconic corridor time. We will just run. Bullets are behind that cabinet there. But we'd have to kill the dogs first. So it's like, is it worth wasting the bullets just to get a few bullets back? And there's a nice close-up of our hero, lost in thought, thinking about those boulders he's going to punch one day. Use the armor key. a door you can completely ignore in this game because there's nothing out there other than herbs. There's a heal here. Do we want to pick this up? It's not like we're... Well, we're heading back towards the chest anyway, so it doesn't matter. This room here is normally useless, but I feel like for Chris, there is something. Or am I thinking like direct cuts? There's thing. No, there is. Look, there's the sink. The tub, sorry. Bathtub is filled with muddy water. Will you unplug it? Sure thing. Which I believe gets us another small key. Will you take the small key? Sure thing. But yeah, for Jill, there's nothing in here, because obviously she doesn't need small keys. Because she is the master of unlocking. In the remake, I think they do a bit more in there. For Jill, at least. Possibly for Chris as well. So this is the shotgun room. I do love how the door is like completely different. Like it's not a background image. It's like literally a physical object in the game. And that's only because Barry kicks it open, I think, and interacts with it. Not as Chris, but there'll be 2 zombies in here to deal with. This is why I was being cautious with my ammo before we got to this point. Because I think there's some in the shotgun room. I feel like these green guys die quicker than the white ones. Not sure what their general stats are, like how much health they have or whatever. You done or? I don't think you are. I'm good at shooting off arms apparently. Shit, wasted a bullet there. Or did I? Because he's not dead yet. But they have iframes when going down. Is this door locked? I don't think it is, but there's a dog out here. I guess we could put the crest in, couldn't we? If we hadn't picked up a small key, we could have grabbed the other crest first and put 2 crests in. Oh well. We're not in a rush. No rush. There's a dog out here. I always hate it when you like arm your weapon, I guess, or raise your weapon, and it moves you into another camera angle, and just messes up your shot. Where are you? You in line of sight yet? Yep. Single dog on their own are kind of useless in this game, especially down these narrow corridors. You can bottleneck them so they have to come one way, you just tap them every time they get up. And you just unlock them. When the sun sets in the west and the moon rises in the east, stars will begin to appear in the sky, and wind will blow towards the ground. Then the gate of new life will open. Jesus, I just want to go out into the garden. 1 down, 3 to go. Can you imagine if you had to do this kind of crap every time you wanted to go and water the plants or something? Guess we can get the other crest and do that while we're here. We got a picture puzzle to solve. Title is Give Me Peaceful Sleep. Hey birds. How do you guys get in here? Picture of a tired, middle-aged man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Nope. Picture of a newborn baby. There's a switch below. Will you push it? No. This one literally just looks like a scroll of paper. Picture of a young man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? No. Picture of an infant. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Nope. Picture of a lively boy. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Picture of a bold-looking old man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? No. There's a message. Give me the peace of death, and I'll give you the joy of life. There's a switch below it. Will you push it? No. So we have to do this in order of youngest to oldest. The first one being the newborn, which is this one, I think. Picture of a newborn baby. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yes. And then I forget which one. I think it's one on the other side. It was an infant, wasn't it? And this one, the infant. Picture of an infant. Switch below. Will you push it? Yes. Then we have a lively boy. What's this one? Is this like a young man? Yeah. So, lively boy. If you do this wrong, the crows will get very upset with your choice in button pressing. And attack for some reason. Picture of a young man. Switch below, will you push it? Yes. And then one more around here. And then the last two, I think. Picture of a tired, middle-aged man. There's a switch below, will you push it? Yes. Picture of a bold-looking old man. There's a switch below, will you push it? Yes. And then a dead guy. Ominous music. Starcrest. Oh, we can put the last bit of bullets in the gun now. There we go. Freed up some space. Okay, sorry crows to ruin your day. No food for you. Bloody art critics. May as well go throw this in. There's no point in putting it in the chest to just have to get it out again. We shall throw it in. Two down, two to go. Okay, this door is locked until we come back later. Unlocked it. 15 bullets. Let's go see what's in this shotgun room. I'm sure there's zombies in here for Chris. I could be confusing that with the director's cut. I guess I am. A tapestry. Nothing unusual. I swear I have this memory of there being bullets behind here. But there's not in any version. So I guess I'm making that up or I'm remembering something else. An urn with a beautiful picture on it. Nothing unusual. Okay, here's the shotgun. What it should look like. So if we grab this first. We equipped it. No, it does still look like the broken shotgun. I guess it doesn't matter then. Was it intended to look like this then? Because it looks like the broken one. Like it just looks like a slab of wood. Like the design of it is awful. I want to get a good shot of it, but... No, okay, I thought maybe it was a bug if you picked them up in a certain order, but... I just love how they have this model. But ours looks like a plank of wood. 2x4. Should we trigger this trap anyway? Because you can just come back in, I believe, as Chris. Where with Jill, depending on how you do it, you can get it. So you have to get the broken shotgun with Jill. Depending on what order you do things in. Oh no. It's locked. I don't think Rebecca can save you from here. No. So you know as Jill, if you come into this room and the trap triggers, if both doors are locked, you know Barry's going to come and save your ass. And that was the sound of it reaching the floor, I guess. Oh, we have to actually interact with the thing. Will you put down the shotgun? Yes. So why doesn't the shotgun look like that? Like it does right there on the wall when you hold it. Surely that's a bug. Because they've got the model right there. It should just look like that. Not a piece of crap. Whatever. Okay, so we can go and unlock a few more doors. We can go grab the broken shotgun now. I guess it doesn't matter. I was trying to avoid picking it up. But looks like the shotgun's going to look jank regardless. Because there's some doors upstairs we can open, I think. Let's just drop off the small key. We'll need that when we get back round to the... Well, we've got one in the main hall. Or just off the main hall and one where the broken shotgun is. But we have two small keys now, so we can open both of them. Did I do the other one? There it is. Okay. Go and use this key. Get the key out of my inventory. You've used the armor key. I think what order we want to do things in. I guess we can go in here. I think there's a zombie in here. It's a bit close for my liking. Is there an ink ribbon in that coat? We've not actually picked any up. We will need one eventually. I generally don't save until we get to a boss or a particular hard area. I think we'll definitely save before it's snake time. We'll save before Plant 42. And then I like to save again before the snake. But then sometimes I like to save after the snake because the bit after that is a nightmare because the hunters are the worst and can kill you quite easily. But we know there's one there. There's one in the painting room at the beginning. There's one in the typewriter in the main hall, I think. Researcher's will. My dear Elmer, the fact that you have received this letter is both a joy and a sadness for me. Spoiler, I don't think she's received it. I could not even talk to you because of that guy in the sunglasses. Elmer, be calm and read this. I think I've told you that I moved to a pharmaceutical company's lab. They headhunted me. Last month, there was an accident in the lab and the virus we were studying escaped. All my colleagues who were infected by the virus are dead. To be accurate, they've become the living dead. They still wander around. Some of them are knocking on my room door desperately right now. There's no sign of intelligence in their eyes. That cursed virus takes away all humanity from the human brain. Love, joy, sorrow, fear, humour. Eternally. And Elmer, even the memories of the days I spent with you, yes, I'm infected. I did everything I could, but I could only delay the process by a few days. The most frightening thing is that I forget more about you by the day, so I choose a peaceful death rather than becoming the living dead. Within an hour I will have entered my eternal sleep. I do hope you'll understand my decision. Goodbye and forever yours. Martin Crackhorn. Researcher's will has been filed. So well arranged. Random fish tank. We need to move the fish tank first, don't we? Seems someone has searched here already. Appears to be a switch. Will you push it? What were they searching for? If they were searching for the crest, they didn't do a very good job. Oh, it's shotgun shells. I was expecting a crest. Or a crest part. Forget, did they split it in this one? Or was that director's cut? Got some shotgun shells for the shotgun we don't have yet. Should we grab the ink ribbon? Trying to remember what's in this other room. I probably could avoid a lot of these zombies, but I think I just prefer to kill them. Put them all down. Selectively, with timed ammo usage. Once we get the shotgun, we can just one-shot them all. If there's any left alive by that point. I've normally got it by now. Okay, there's the lighter. I think there might be some ammo down here. Those are the red herb. But down here? No? Could be a jail thing, maybe? Oh no, there's something here. Oh, it's shotgun shells. Thought it was pistol bullets. I think we better go get that shotgun. And a red herb. I guess we could grab the ink ribbon then. Because we're going to have to go to storage anyway. May as well grab it. So we've got the lighter, which can get us the map from the other room that we don't need. But should we look at the map? We only have it for the first floor. think I know this map off like the back of my hand, I guess, by this point. We could actually just go unlock potentially the last 2 doors, then that will free up the key space. Even another crest we could grab if we can do that. Saves us going back multiple times to the chest. There's one in the armor room, and the last crest is in the attic. Let's see if we can use the key up. You've used the armor key. You've used the armor key. There we go. The key is useless now. Discard, yes. How does it work if we go in here? Because normally Rebecca, you can actually meet Rebecca in that room. If you haven't found her, how does that even work? I guess you can get the armor key before you get the sword key. Because obviously the sword key is in the room where Rebecca is. You don't need that key to get into these rooms, because the armor key that got us in here is in the plant room. So you would have only needed to come and get the chemical. I mean, who would actually just ignore that room? Because you have to go past the room where Rebecca is to even get to the plant room, but I guess you could miss it. There's a switch. Will you push it? Yes. So if you don't move the statues, you get gassed. For some reason. Why they felt the need to have that, don't know. Who were they protecting this crap from? And there's the sun crest. How much bullets do we have? 7. I think there's maybe 1 zombie in the next room. Because you know you need the lighter in there. 7 bullets enough to kill him, do you think? Should we not risk it? Because I don't want to take the lighter with us again. What do we need the lighter for? The map, and then in the room in here. That's it, right? For now, at least. There might be more later. Is our friend here dead? Yeah. Richard, that's his name. I can't remember his name. From Bravo team, another Bravo team. They're dead. It's a bit too close for my liking. Can I just cheese him up here? Will he die in 2 bullets though? Good. Try this. So I always had this theory that if you didn't kill them, but injured them, that they would just start back on full health. Oh, just enough bullets. Perfect. So yeah, I don't know if this is actually true, but I've always figured if you shot them like 3 times, let's say you halved their health, but then you left the room, came back, would they still be on half health? Or would it reset their health? I always had this idea that it reset their health. I don't know if that was my young brain making that up. Can't say I've ever tested it. So this is where you need the lighter. A candle. It's not even that dark, but apparently you need the light to be able to see anything in here. Oh, bullets I can't pick up, you bastard. Okay, well, we can get it later. It just means I can go drop the lighter off now. I don't have to worry about it again. What's in here for Chris? Is it shotgun? Yeah, it's normally bazooka rounds for Jill. Okay. Well, there's some spare pistol there then for when we come back. If I remember to grab them. Yeah, we can go grab the map. The second floor map. And then to the chest. Store all my crap. And then, does he have bullets on him? I feel like he does. Maybe that's for Jill though. He does. But I don't have room for it. Damn it! I'll be back for your ammo, Richard. There's also health in here as well. There's a lot of it, but we've not picked any of it up yet. We've not had to use any. We've not actually been hit. We could, in theory, go back to the other chest, which is where we need to be. But we may as well just do some loose ends this way. We'll go put the crest in as well. Get the map. Drop the lighter and ink ribbons off. I guess if we're going back, we could just go grab those bullets as well. We grabbed the herb in here though, right? What is put in the stove? Paper is on the wall. Then he walked away without picking it up then. So I'm up on the second floor. Will you take it? Sure. Doesn't take any space. Just leave that fire running. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Okay, let's dump some of this crap. Don't need the lighter for anything else, right? Not forgetting something. We've only got the piano puzzle to solve, which gets us the key for the attic, which gets us the last crest. Let's drop the ink ribbons off now. Drop the shotgun shells off for now because we don't have the shotgun yet. We've got to go get the broken one first. Shall we actually combine the green herb with the red? Get that done now. Will you mix the herbs? Yes. Okay, then we'll store that. Tidies up with the inventory a little bit. Which way are we going back? We could take both small keys and get that both done. Because we're going to go grab the bullets, I think, from upstairs. Go placing the crest. Like I say, we're not trying to do this the most effective and fastest route, just casual. So we're not in a rush. Couldn't care less about clear time or whatever. One more. And it's a doozy. Okay. Back upstairs, grab those pistol bullets that we saw. Then we'll head back to the main hall. We'll probably go downstairs and go into the dressing room, because that's where we can use a small key. And we'll just clear that room out, I guess. There's a zombie in there. And then we can head back and grab the emblem. Or maybe go get... I don't know, do we go do shotgun and... I need to go clear out the dresser or the wardrobe in that bedroom. We don't need to, but I'm pretty sure the shotgun shell's in there. And we've got to read the diary in there. Should be a law. If you're playing Resident Evil, you have to read that diary. It's iconic. Oh yeah, how many herbs are in here? 2. Again, we'll be back in here for the attic anyway. You have more than one? No, you had tight bastard. Kenneth had 2. Just saying. To be fair, Forrest only had 1 as well. Unless you're Jill and you get a bazooka. I love that bookshelf, or I guess not a bookshelf, it's like it's for plates and stuff. Someone's gone to the effort to move it back across the doorway. Who did that? Maybe I'll do like a herb run at one point, where I'll just go around and just grab all the herbs and throw them in the chest. Maybe do it off camera, because it's just time consuming due to the fact you don't have much space. But I just like to collect everything. I don't think we'll need them, but for the sake of collecting everything. Okay, let's head downstairs. There's also an ingredient we could pick up, but I mean, I don't technically need any ingredients. I could just save with the emulator, but I'm trying to avoid doing that. Play it as intended. Okay, we never really cleared this room. We looked at... We grabbed the bullets, didn't we? Hello. Again with the arm shot. Ugh. Oh, there we go. You didn't get back up. The desk is locked. Will you use a small key? You have used the small key. Shotgun shells. Your thing. Well, we've not been outside. Outside as in... I can't pick that ink ribbon looks, Jesus. Just past the dog room, or the dog corridor, there was a door we unlocked, which is kind of pointless. There's any herbs out there. Should we kill this guy? Seems like a waste of time. And bullets. You still going? You don't have the key for this room. That's the special dressing room or whatever where you get the alternate outfits for... You just have to finish the game. Do I want to pick anything else up? Where are we going now? Could grab the emblem, I guess, but should we just grab the... I'll do a herb run. Right. Before we go fight the snake or something, I'll go around and just grab all the herbs I've not picked up yet. Just throw them in the chest. Maybe grab out all the ingredients as well. We can grab any now because we've already got 2, so we may as well stack some more. I think there's one at the typewriter for Chris, right? Would make sense because it's like the first typewriter you find. There we go, 4. So we can get the emblem. So then we can go into the bedroom and get the diary, and I think shotgun shells. We'll just stack with those. The broken shotgun we can get as well because we use the small key up. Trying to work out how we're going to use our inventory and making sure we got enough space at the right time. Doesn't matter, but still practicing, I see. Sounding good, Rebecca. Be right with you. I normally have the shotgun for this. Little chair is kind of a nightmare because it's kind of in the way. I'll just shoot him, it should be fine. He turns around for me, so... Now move. I'm just gonna bite my feet. See, you know this one's dead because the music stops. Shotgun shells. Got quite a few now. Keeper's Diary. May 9th, 1998. At night, we played poker with Scott the Guard, Alias and Steve the Researcher. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. May 10th, 1998. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. Looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before they actually ate it. May 11th, 1998. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up suddenly. He was wearing a protection suit that looks like a spacesuit. He told me to put one on as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder, those researchers never rest, even at night. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. May 13th, 1998. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back, and the doctor told me I didn't need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. May 14th, 1998. When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying and I ended up dragging my foot as I went to the dog's pen. They have been quiet since morning, which is very unusual. I found that some of them had escaped. I'll be in real trouble if the higher-ups find out. May 15th, 1998. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leaves the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of joke is this? May 16th, 1998. I heard a researcher who tried to escape from the mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. When I was scratching the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me? May 19th, 1998. Fever gone but itchy. Hungry, eat doggy food. Itchy itchy, Scott came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. 4. Itchy. Tasty. Keeper's diary has been filed. Well, now I'm just hungry. Okay. Broken shotgun room, I guess, next. Which I think is just shotgun shells and the broken shotgun. Now the trouble is with the emblem, you need space for 2. So we might have to go to the chest. Because you need space to pick up the other emblem to then put the other emblem back in. We'll see what space we've got left. The desk is locked. Will you use the small key? Yes. You have used the small key. Okay. I think we've got like 40 plus bullets now for the shotgun. Oh, good. We can combine this. There is still like 3 zombies in this room though. Gotta get the emblem bit done. And then go grab the shotgun. On the way back. I don't need to kill these guys out here. And we have no reason to go back to that safe room in particular. I need to come back to do like a herb grabbing sesh. Because there's loads in the plant room. Let's go get the... Yeah, we can do the emblem. We've got a spare slot. Then, grab the shotgun. Well, once we've finished the emblem puzzle, got the key from behind the clock. Grab the shotgun, and then we're ready for the attic. And the last crest.
Chris! Chris! You like it?
Yeah, it's not as good as Jill. Sorry, Rebecca.
Oh, that was great.
Secret door.
What is that?
Just told you it's a secret door. So this here is actually the other side of the plant room where the vines were. I think in the director's cut you get a better shot of it, but you can't really tell. So that's where the key is on that bit of whatever it is on the right. Gold emblem. Fancy. Pretty sure you can make it out of there if you were quick enough. Or you could just like hold it open, put it back in and hold it open. There's a scratch. Someone may have used it. Doesn't really tell you anything though, does it? What is his logo as well? It's not exactly the umbrella logo, is it? There's a scratch, someone may have used it.
Chris, are you all right?
Yeah, no thanks to you. Well, goodbye. Okay. With all that nonsense done, let's go grab the key. Beautiful. So yeah, I think in the director's cut they put... What is it they put in here? It's not the key. I feel like the key is behind like the tiger statue. Do they put... They don't put the gem in here, do they? What did they put in here? They put another puzzle piece. I can't remember what it is, because that puzzle piece then gets you this key. So it's like one step ahead, or one extra step you have to take to get the key. I can't remember what it is. Whatever. Okay, that's done. We will go grab the shotgun now, finally. And then we're ready for the attic. You know what, we'll go this way. We'll go clear the dogs. In fact, do I even have the bullets for that? $11. Should be enough for 2 dogs. There is technically 2 more outside the next door as well, where all the plants are, but... Oh, there is clip in here, so that will replenish what we waste, hopefully. More bullets. Will it be enough? 2 bullets. Uh-oh. Fuck! 1 bullet. Jesus. Cutting it a bit fine there, aren't we? How many bullets did we start with there? 11? So it'll give us 15, right? That should be enough to kill what's outside. So we never actually went out here, because you don't really need to. In the director's cut, the chemical for the plant is out here. Now, can we hit these dogs from here? Is it running that triggers them? Or is it just after you've been down here? Just get one at a time? Got all these herbs. It's going to take me a minute to grab all these herbs, isn't it? Good boy. Okay, we should have enough bullets. I hate it when it does that. Okay. We are clear with 4 bullets left. But now we can get the shotgun, so... Though... Weirdly, once we go into the garden, I don't want to use the shotgun, really. Because it's just dogs out there. And I feel the pistol is better for them. Using a shotgun just seems overkill. But I don't think we're going to find any more bullets with a pistol in this house. Don't think there's any in the attic. And we've been everywhere else. I think there's shotgun shells up there, but there's not pistol. Oh well, we've saved the bullets on zombies in this place, so... Just got more shotgun shells to waste, I guess. Okay. Oh, I didn't get to go get the shotgun, did I? Derp. So we came this way. I feel like we can just store the pistol now, because there's nothing else to shoot with it. 4 bullets ain't gonna do nothing. Take all the shells though. Combine the ink ribbons now as well. Because we're gonna be saving in a minute. Before we head up to the attic. Okay, let me go do the thing I completely walked past. I'm just so used to having it by now. It's like literally the first thing I go for. Like, you grab Jill's gun, you head upstairs, you go to where Rebecca is. Well, I guess... Yeah, you go where Rebecca is, which gets you the key to the dog corridor. You go to the dog corridor, you get to where the chemical is in that safe room. Go use the chemical, get the other key, and then you can get the broken shotgun. It's more or less the order I do things in. I don't come in here until I've already got the shotgun. Oh, for God's sake. It's one of those ones where you have to click on it first instead of just using it. Wait, no. Do you? Or do you have to use the... Why would you not let me use the shotgun then? Can't use that here. Too dangerous to fire. Does it have another use? Yes, it goes on this bloody thing. You won't let me do it. And I clicked on the thing and you put the broken one down. Will you put down the shotgun? No! I have to equip it? What the fuck? You can't use it here. How the fuck do I use it then? Don't tell me I'm somehow balked here and I can't get the shotgun. Oh, that time it worked. I tried that like twice. Yeah, shotgun still looks like a piece of crap. Still doesn't even look like the same model as that one. I mean, I guess that one shows it's more broken, but I don't know, this shotgun just looks like a piece of 2x4, but whatever. Just weird when there's literally a model of a normal shotgun for when it's on the wall, so why not just use that one in Chris's hands? Considering this is going to be the gun we pretty much use now. Okay. I guess we go save. And then attic. You can save your progress with this. Will you use the ink ribbon? Yes. First save, right? Store the ink ribbon. Now, I question... I don't think there's much point in taking any herbs with us. Because I'm just going to generally avoid the fight upstairs. Because it's just a mess. A bit of a nightmare. And you can just avoid him. A bit of luck. So let's go see if we can do it. Now, a different scene can play out depending on if you actually get bit or not. If you can take no damage, I guess if you don't get hit at all, it's a faster way of getting through the game. Because I think if you get bit, you have to play as Rebecca for a brief section in this one. Or if you play as Jill, you get picked up by Barry and taken to the medical room, which is on the other side of the mansion to where you need to be. So then you have to run all the way back. But you don't get bit, you don't get poisoned, you don't get taken to the medical room. And you can just go back downstairs and go out to the garden. But easier said than done. We'll see if we even survive, let alone not get hit. There is shotgun shells over, not here, but books and gadgetry. Nothing useful. Yeah, we've got to grab these shells while we're in a fight with this guy. Which will probably get us bit, if I'm honest. Because they also teleport us over here for some reason. Which way are you going? I need these 49. What are you doing? Oh, you bitch, you got me, so I'm poisoned now. Now the question is, can we grab this and get out without him blocking me in and just killing me? Mooncrest. Maybe in trouble, because he's kind of already down here, look. Come on, don't go that way. Oh, this is bad. Come on, don't block me, you prick. Not wasting my bullets on you. Poisoned though, so I think we have to do Rebecca's stuff now.
Chris!
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
I'm sure the serum must be there. I'll be right back.
Why don't you take some with you if you're a medic? What's in your inventory that's taking up so much precious space? Yes, I know where it is. Can't loot anything off you. Nothing to say about your dead friend here. Dead teammate. Okay. Well, now we get to do an extra bit then. 'Cause I don't think you would do this if you weren't poisoned. Wouldn't make sense, would it? So we just have to go to the medical room and grab the serum and come back. Have we cleared the way? I don't think we have we? Fuck. There's at least one zombie left in the upstairs corridor, and then everyone's alive downstairs, but that's fine, we can avoid them. It's just this one pair we have to avoid. I mean, she's got bullets. She can finish it off. Don't think she can kill all three of them, though. 4 of them? And there's 4 in total. Yeah, you're still alive, huh? I mean, chances are now we're not even going to be coming back. Are you dead? Oh, you killed them quicker, huh? Yeah, we won't really be coming back to this part of the house until later, and then there won't be any zombies at all to worry about. There'll be something much worse. How many bullets do I have? 10? Is that enough? Guess it depends on how much damage. Fuck, oh, there's a waste. Okay. 4. Don't think there's going to be enough for killing this guy. And then there's another one around the corner. I mean, I'm gonna come back for all the herbs, so I guess I'll just kill them as Chris with a shotgun. I don't know why I'm grabbing all the herbs, but whatever. I'll do it before we go into the garden, I think. I just like to grab everything, collect everything. Oh, I can't use the chest, is it? It's just automatically for me to interact with the chest, but we can't use it. I've got 4 bullets with your name on, buddy. Well, I dropped you. Yeah, I didn't kill you there. And I won't even be able to test my theories if they get healed when you load back in, because Chris will just blow the head off with a shotgun in one shot, so... Well, he does have 4 bullets left, but in the pistol. But I am picking that up again. Right, back to Chris then. And then that's it. Garden time.
You all right?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
Ah, my head is killing me.
I think you will be all right because I gave you a shot. But please be careful.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
Okay, thanks.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, maybe next time have the serum with you?
I'm glad I could help.
Okay. What happens if we go back upstairs into the attic? Is the snake still there? What happens if we get poisoned again? For science, let's see what happens. I assume by the music he is still there. Okay, we got this flimsy wooden door to protect us from that snake. Oh, Rebecca's gone. Well, it's probably for the best then. I wonder if he just doesn't poison you if he bites you again. Because he doesn't poison you in the second phase, or the second time you fight him. Oh, I took some damage, but down a caution. I may as well grab these while we're here. Saves me coming back to grab these. We have some room. And then, I'm trying to think where all the herbs we need to pick up are. So there's some outside where we've killed the dogs. There is some in the plant room. Some in the mirror room. I think that is actually it. More or less. And then there'll be a load more outside. So what I'll go do... Let's go plate this... In fact, will these herbs heal me? Yeah, it's full health, I think. Yeah, we'll go put the crest in. And then I'll go on a herb run. For the sake of collecting everything. But I won't show it, because that's just a waste of time. Nah, we'll go there in a minute. It's fine. We'll can clear up some zombies as well. Oh, on the other side of the house. The ones we left in that corridor. I think that's the only ones we've left, right? There's the one in the art room that was on the floor we didn't technically kill. Could go kill him and grab the ink ribbon as well, I guess. I'll just basically run around and go grab all the things we missed. That's for the sake of collecting them. Because I'm a hoarder, apparently. Beautiful. Before we do that, is there anything in here that's worth grabbing to take back? The crank, which we'll need. So bullets or anything in small key? Yeah, okay. That's not normally there for jail, obviously. When do we need this? We don't need this to the guardhouse now, right? An old barrel. And then the crank, which we'll grab when we're actually ready to head out. Because we'll need it to get through the garden. Okay. So I guess I'll be back once I've gone and hoarded everything into the chest. So all the herbs and ink ribbons we've missed. I think we've only missed one ink ribbon that I can think of. The one in the art room with the zombie on the floor. The first one you pretty much find. Unless you look at the typewriter in the main hall. Can't think of any others. But if I do, I will grab them. And I shall be back once we've hoarded everything. Right, we are back and we've collected everything I can think of from the house. We've got all the plants. A couple of ink ribbons, maybe just the one. But it's now finally time to head out to the garden. It's going to kind of be painful to waste shotgun shells on dogs. It feels like a waste, but we've kind of used all the pistol up, at least for now. Let's make sure we get this. Not going far without it. Just realised the game sound's not working. Why is the game sound stopped working? There we go, fixed it. No idea why that decided not to stop, just randomly stop working, but whatever. It's a good job I looked up at it, because that would have been annoying in 3 hours time if I realised it wasn't recording game audio all this time. Okay, that's the crank. We got the small key, which I've stored, so I don't need it until we get to the guardhouse. Hey look, more plants. Come on then, dogs. Let's waste some shells. How many does it take to kill a dog? At least 2. Ugh. 3? Really? Okay, maybe I was hitting another one in the background because that only took 1. Don't want to have to reload mid-attack. 1 more shot. Okay. So what herbs have we got here? We've got 2 red, 2 green, 3 green, 2 blue. I feel like I should sort these and collect them now. Go throw them in the chest. It's a map of the garden. Will you take it? Sure. You got the map of the garden. Is there a shortcut to open the map in this game? No. Nice. Right, before we move on then, I will grab all these herbs and store them in a chest. And then get back to here, decide I have to do it later. Just for my collection purpose. Okay, that's all those stored away. I've been getting some weird audio glitching since we've come outside. I don't know why. I just keep like reloading the game and it seems to fix it, but I'm not sure. I'll have to keep tabs on it. Seems okay at the minute. A water passage. There's a ladder. Heaven forbid we get wet. There's a square hole. So that's something else you can do with this crank. At the minute it is just a crank. But if you inspect it, its end is square shaped. Now it's a square crank. Water is running down the opposite side. Great success. Let's go. Now we have to avoid the most useless snakes ever. This will be the one time I say that and then they get me, but not today. So I think these are the spiders. The first fight with the snake. About the only thing that can poison you in this game. I just feel like the blue herbs are they just go to waste. And then we've got more doggos to deal with. Which I guess I'll line up here. Can I hit him from there? He looks so pale. Ooh. Double shot, baby. Triple. 2 shots left. See, now that was better because I was getting 2 for 1 there. And at one point, 3 for 1. Didn't realise they were that close, but this always blows my mind Like, you can see the battery. I think I mentioned this last time I played this, but you can see the battery in the top right corner. Like, it's just... Can I get a camera angle of it? Like, right there, look. Right in front of his gun. It's just floating. I think it's meant to be, like, behind the wall. It's just floating there, I guess. I assume it's something to do for when you put it in here. It's like a trigger. Because obviously you put the battery in here. The battery's pulled out. Yeah, it's through the wall. I just wonder if it's an emulation thing that you can see it there, or was that there in the original? I wonder if we could find... Is it even possible to find a video on the internet of someone playing the original, not an emulated version? Probably not. The water is running from the upper water passage. There's something in the back. So, this game would be half as much in length if they weren't afraid of water. Literally just jump through the waterfall, pass through it, it's only water, it's not going to kill you. And you can go down into the caves and head towards the end game. Though I guess you do need some items to even be able to do that. You need the medals, don't you, to get down into the lab, but still. The fact that that waterfall is what is holding you back is ridiculous. 3 of them again. One normally always gets stuck behind a wall. Beautiful. It pains me on how much ammo I'm wasting on these, but I'm kind of trying just to generally kill everything. Apart from the tiny snakes, which I think are just infinite anyway. How much space do I have? Can you mix green and blue together on their own? I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I don't know. Oh, you can. Okay. For some reason I didn't think you could do it, but I guess that makes sense, because otherwise they'd be even more useless, because how would you cure poison? You can't take them on their own though, right? You have to mix it with a green? I don't think I've ever done it. I think I always just mix in a red with them and get the triple combo. Here we are, in the garden house? I feel like it has like several different names. Maybe garden house is something I made up, but look, 3 more poison things. The 3 enemies in this, 2 enemies I think in this area that have poison. Well, let's get this statue moved preemptively, assuming I can line it up. Because as well as living in a world where they hate water, they also live in a world where they can't pull an object, they can only push it. The hard bit is lining this up with this next corridor. Look about right? Yeah, that looks about right. Can't get that side, so maybe a little bit more to the left. Just a nudge. Because you want to be blocking this hole. Otherwise you get grabbed by vines. Still think that could have come over a little bit, but that should be fine. Okay, so this is the storage and safe room. Let's go use this. Got more herbs to store. Oh, I just realised what I should have done is save these blue herbs for these ones. So how many do I have? 3. We might have enough actually to mix those with that. I don't think will we get 2 more red ones to put with this one? Who knows? I've got these in a nice organised order. Well, the first aid spray at the top, because that's like the best thing, I guess. Does first aid spray cure poison? I guess it doesn't. So I guess a 3 herb combo is actually better than a first aid spray. But then we got, yeah, these are the 3, the green and the blue and the red herbs, which turns them brown. And then we got the red and green. And then that's 2 greens, 3 greens, I think, actually. And then just the singles. So I guess these can go here. And then I will put these at the top. Yeah, I've got a collection. We can start a... What's the name of a shop that sells plants? The name has just evaporated from my brain. But we can start our own... Ooh, pistol bullets. $15. I've got to be sparing with a shotgun. So maybe I should use these to kill zombies. Florist. I couldn't think of the fucking word florist. We could be a florist when we're done with this bloody mansion. We may need the small key at some point. Let's just get some combining done. Do we take the pistol first? Because if we head through the red door, we're going to have to deal with some spiders. And that is a shotgun territory, I think. So let's... Do we get that done first? I don't know. Choices are choices. We'll be back in a sec. Let's go grab those herbs. Okay, so we got 3 blue herbs, and I think we have 3 green and red mixes. So that'll be satisfying to have them all mixed together nicely. And then we just need 2 more red ones to finish those other ones off. I think red herbs are probably the rarest. Would be interested to know how many there is compared to blue throughout the whole game. I don't think we've used any yet, right? I think I used a few green when I was collecting some. Yeah, let's mix these together then. There's one there. And we had another blue herb there. There we go. It's just satisfying to have them nearly mixed together. No waste. I'll store these. We may need one of these in a minute, to be fair. Depends if we get poisoned or not. Nice, now I just need 2 red to go with those 2. And then we just got a boatload of green. Okay, let's just go deal with the spiders and get it out of the way. And then we can probably switch to pistol again. What am I doing? Guns are down here. Right, any arachnophobes in the audience? Like myself, look away now. These guys are still awful in the remake. They're not too bad in this because they look kind of stupid, but even so, it's still... Ugh. Come on. What are you aiming at? More the ammo I'm wasting that annoys me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I die here. So be it. Poison. Oh yeah, these little shits. I shall be back. But first, we load out those tiny spiders, because if you leave the room and come back, they'll be gone. Big one, not so much. How did I miss so much there? We've certainly wasted these bloody bullets we had. Again, Jill can deal with them so much easier. A couple of bazooka rounds and they're dead. If not one. Okay. Just use one, I guess. Kind of hit and miss if they poison you. I mean, if you get hit that many times, they're probably going to poison you, but if you just take one hit, it's not guaranteed poison. You on the roof still, or... As soon as I decide to move to come find you, you drop. Can't really move fast enough to avoid them, I feel. I mean, he got lucky there and missed, but... Did that poison me again? No, you see, we're fine there, look. Took a bit of damage, but other than that, we're good. Just load out the spiders again. In fact, while we're here, let's switch back to pistol. Because the only thing in here now is really zombies. And the shotgun would be better for killing them because it takes one hit, but we've got to use the shotgun for everything because we have no other guns. So we'll go back to... Where the frick is my pistol? Oh, it's down here. I can take the small key as well because I think most of these rooms have drawers in them. And I will even use a small green herb just to get back up to green fine. Okay, is that everything in here? Is there an ink ribbon on here? I think there is there? No. So we've got to find some shells because we're going to need them for back in the house. But let's start with this room, shall we? Two of you in here, huh? You guys are resilient as hell. Will I even have enough bullets for killing two of you? 11? Probably not. So, see what's in here real quick. Might be bullets. The old bathtub again. The bathtub is filled with muddy water. Will you unplug it? Yes. Will you take the sea room key? Sure will. Key to enter the control room. You say that like you know what that room is. And that's it for in here. 11 bullets. Hopefully it'll be enough to kill this guy. And then we're back to shotgun again. Where's he gone? Hello. I don't trust how close this is. Ways of a shot there. Omni thinks it would be actually more beneficial to let them bite your feet. So you can just stomp on their head and kill them. The desk is locked. Will you use the small key? You have used the small key. Okay, good. 5 bullets to spare. Will you take the red book? Sure. All pages are blank. What's it for? There's a key in the cup. Will you take the small key? Yes. So that camera angle we got there of like over the cup, I guess it was, in this corner. Even though it's very brief, Chris, just to show you the cup, even though we were blocking it. I think as Jill, you don't even get that. Because obviously she doesn't need these. It's dark outside and I can't see anything. Nothing unusual. This whole house is unusual. Find it hard to believe you don't find anything unusual about it. Hey, do we keep the small key on us? Guess so. We'll trade in the pistol for the shotgun again though. Do we need the red book yet? Doesn't matter, we can come back, can't we? C room key. Oh, I'll come back. Once I know we're gonna go need it. Which will be very soon, but I don't want to fill inventory up. You reminded myself we're not trying to do this optimally. Or even fast. I will just come back when we're ready for it. Oh yeah, we need to go actually search in here, because we didn't loot the place, we just kind of killed everything in here. There's an ink ribbon, there's a clip, so we could go back to the pistol. For like 1-2 zombies at best. I think that's it, apart from the like puzzle, which never made any sense to me and it still doesn't. A 3-ball. A 9-ball. And a 6-ball. So we can gather it's a clock. It looks like a clock dial. Some kind of code. Now the trouble with this is you can't really tell. Like, is this one off center? No. Now, they're laid across the table. So is it pointing at 9 and 3? And then the other one is pointing, it's kind of off center, so it's not 12 and 6. It would be like, I don't know, 1 and 7 maybe? Or 2 and 8, I don't know. I would say probably it's closer to 1 and 7. Because this is for the door to make V-jolt. But do you go in clockwise order? So is the code 1, 3, 7, 9? I guess we'll try that if we can remember that when we get there. I guess the emulator can also mess that up, because sometimes if you have it on like full screen hacks and stuff, it kind of messes and moves things around to a degree. This I've got just stretched, because if you have the widescreen hack on, or the movable objects and stuff like aren't quite where they're meant to be. Like the clock is a good example in the dining hall. Like if you have the widescreen hack on, the clock is like not even covering the hole from certain angles anyway. We'll go back to the pistol. If we can use the pistol, we'll try to use it just to save these shells for later on. It's because I should have been using it on the zombies in the house and then the pistol with the dogs outside, because that was just a complete waste of bullets. Ink ribbons. Let's combine these now. Save me doing it later. If we don't open a florist, we can open an antique shop and sell ink ribbons. If we stole all the typewriters from the house, we'd have a nice collection of typewriters and all. How many houses? How many houses? How many typewriters does one house need? Okay. Well, let's go. Keep the small... Did I pick up the small key? I think I did, yeah. Because there should be a drawer we can open soon. There's 3 in this place total. One of them will have bullets in, and the next one will have an ink ribbon in it, I think. I believe there is more herbs down here. More green. Just phase through that one, that's fine. I'll pick them up in a bit then. I think this door is locked. It's locked. The plate says O2. So we need to be quick in here because the bees will amass. See if we can open this. See if I'm remembering it. There's a panel with number keys. Will you push the keys? Yes. So I said 1, 3, 7, 9. So that's not the code. So what was the code then? See, now you've messed up the order, so it's not even going to work even if you put it in right. I don't think. So was it 2, 3, 8, 9? No. Again, we may have messed it up now. So the idea of this is to light all the lights up. But the code to me just never makes any sense by what you're visually looking at. You can kind of brute force it. We're 1 off there, but I never figured out how to actually figure this shit out. Close. Oh, there we go. Random lock. There we go, that room is now open. We do not need to go in there for now, because we can't do anything in there yet. Well, let's grab this key real fast. And then run! Will you take the dormitory key? Yes, we will. Bees! It's locked. The plate says 03. Again, I assume the bees are infinite. In the remake, you get to burn the hive down before you can even get the key, I think. Let's take a look. Dormitory key. I wonder what room it's for. The number 02, or 002, is engraved. I mean, there's only one on the door that's not in that room. You have used the 002 key. This key is useless now. Then be gone. There should be another drawer in here, so we can use this small key up. No zomboids in here, no. I think one's in the bathroom, maybe. Let's grab the map first. So this is another name for it, a dormitory sketch. Then somewhere else it's called like the guardhouse. I don't know if I just made up the garden house because it's in the garden, but you got the map of the dormitory. See, it says guardhouse there, but then it says dormitory. Pick a name and stick with it. The desk is locked. Will you use the small key? Yes. Okay, so the last one is the ink ribbon then. Trying to remember where we get that last small key from. Not that we need that ink ribbon. Plant 42 report. 4 days have passed since the accident and the plant at point 42 is growing amazingly fast. It has been affected by the T virus differently than other plants have been and shows unique shape in addition to its size. Looking at the way it behaves, it is now difficult to determine what kind of plant it was originally. There are 2 ways in which plant 42 gathers nutrients. The first one is through its roots that reach into the basement. Immediately after the accident, scientists went mad and broke the water tank in the basement. Now the basement is filled with water. It is easily imaginable that some chemical elements were blended in the water and promote the incredibly fast growth of plant 42. Another part of plant 42 from the basement grows through the duct and hangs down like so many bulbs from the ceiling of the first floor. Many vines come out of those bulbs and they are the secondary source for its nutrients. Once sensing movement, plant 42 shoots its vines around the prey and holds it. Then it starts sucking up blood using the suckers located on the back of its vine. It also has some intelligence. It blocks the door by twining its vines around it, especially when it captures prey or is sleeping. Several staff members have already fallen victim to this. May 21st, 1998. Henry Sarton. Plant 42 report has been filed. I mean, it's not that smart. As we'll see when we fight it. Because depending on how you go about it, I think you can just fight it manually. Yeah, I know you can get different ways with Jill. You can have where Barry just comes in and tortures it with a flamethrower. Or you can like pre-poison it to make it weaker, I guess. And with Chris, it can grab you and then you have to go play Rebecca and make the V-Jolt poison for it, because we all know that boys are no good at chemistry and that's a girl's thing. But it grabs you, you play as Rebecca, you leave the room, you go make the poison, it takes like a good 10-15 minutes, you come back, and it's still being held by that damn thing, it doesn't lock you out. Surely if it was eating Chris, shall we say, it would like wrap its vines around the door and stop Rebecca getting back in. But no. No, I guess you do poison it, maybe that weakens it and lets it... It still doesn't lock the door, I don't think. It ain't that smart. Because you can just walk in there on it. There's 2 doors to the room. Why has it not wrapped its vines around all of them? Okay, more pistol bullets. That guy died so quick. Like, what was that? 2 shots? Why can't they all be like that? Right, we are good to go. Down into the basement. Now, I know there's some herbs down there. Should we go grab those first? Because I'm going to have to come back for the key. There's a ladder. Will you descend it? Let's go do the box stuff first then and grab the herbs and then we'll come back. Again, we're stuck in the universe where we can't pull anything, so we can only push. So we have to kind of plan how we're going to push them. First they were easy enough. This one takes a little bit more thought. Not a great deal, but so you push it all the way down there, you have no way of getting it away from the wall. Is that even enough to do so? Yeah, okay. So you need to push it against this wall. And then all the way down. UMB, I think that says on there. Or UHB, as it looks like, but I think it's meant to be UMB. There we go, an unnecessary bridge made over water you could probably jump over. Maybe the image is deceptive, it doesn't look that wide. And or just because you don't want to get wet. Okay, here's the plants. I thought there was 3, but maybe there is only 2. I thought maybe there was a red one here, but unless it's like hidden in the water. Why is the water so black? Okay. I was worried that the texture wasn't quite working right with it, but no, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to run back in and grab the key we need. Drop these herbs off. Don't think there's anything else to do apart from just get the key. So I shall be back once we've grabbed the key and dropped these off. Okay, oh, back and sealed away, we've got the key. So I noticed when I pause my OBS recording, that's when the audio starts messing up. So now that I've unpaused, has that stopped the audio from fucking up? Sounds like it. So maybe there's like a key binding issue with the software and OBS. I wonder what that's doing. Why would pressing that key binding mess the audio up? Sounds okay now that I've unpaused, so who knows? Right, on to like probably the worst fight, boss fight, if you want to call it that, in the whole game. I forget, I think it's slightly different with Chris though. I know his Jill is completely stupid. Because there's a cinematic. Does the cinematic play for Chris? No, because they're already here, look. You have used the sea room key. So normally for Jill, you get to right where he's stood now, and then a cinematic plays of the shark coming to get him. And up until that point, I don't think the shark's even there. But literally all you do after the cinematic plays is walk in this room, and then the shark is pretty much dead. This key is useless now, discard, yes. So we just go in here. And they don't know it, but they're already dead. There's a lever. Will you move it? Yes. There we go. The sharks are now drowning. Rip. There's a button. Will you push it? There was a sound from the room next door. That is it for in here. There is nothing. Nothing special. And that is pretty much done down here. For now, at least. The sweet sound of flopping fish. Drowning fish, I guess. I tried to look at the sign on the wall, but I guess we're just going in instead. Sweet bullets. They're all wet and useless. That can be really misleading. Maybe stop you from picking those bullets up. But it's not even talking about the bullets, it's talking about everything else. Look at that. Back up to 44 plus 15 bullets. And there's shotgun in here as well, yep. The main thing we need is the key. Now the cat's howling to get out. You're stuck in here with me and the sharks. Okay, key. Which you could miss because it's not always sparkling, is it? So this is the locked door by the bees, I believe. 003. Let's go see our fishy friends. It's a large water tank. So it's like split into two, this tank. So half of it is broke, half of it is not. So that's Neptune, is the name that they were given. The big one, at least. So this is the broken one. The tank appears to have cracked. So what was in the other half of the tank then? So it clearly looks like this has got water in it. We'll have a quick look in here, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here for us. What for some big ass roots? Looks like a plant root. No shit. Okay, there is something in here. Oh, this is where the last small key is. Okay. I mean, we don't particularly need it. There's a bag here, nothing useful. Naturally. And a random table. The rooms down here are very sparse. Apart from the room with all the bullets in. Like in there is like a box and a table. In the other room there was like a system to drain the water, a switch, a random empty fish tank, and like a set of drawers. Who worked down here? And how? Now we could shoot them and put them out of their misery. I ain't wasting those bullets. Right. So now we just need... I guess I need to go back to a chest before we can do anything major, but I guess first we can unlock the doors. And the cupboard. Grab the ink ribbon as well. Got space for it, don't I? Yeah, we'll do by then. So let's head back for that room then, and then it'll be Plant 42 time. Which, again, won't be the most interesting of boss fights, because I think we'll just be poisoning it with Rebecca, which is just... be combining a bunch of chemicals together. I'll have to kind of hurry up there, because the bees will come for me. You've used the 003 key. Use the other key up as well. I'm sure there's more zombies in here as well. Maybe in the bathroom. The desk is locked. Will you use the small key? Yes. Another ink ribbon for our collection. We've only saved once so far. I will save again before we come and do this boss. Even though I probably won't really need to. There's a file there we can read, but we'll come back for that once we've got the red book. Check the bathroom. Bullets. Move out of his way. Okay, there we go. And that is probably it. We're in here. Right, I will nip back, drop off the ink ribbon. Well, you know, I might just keep the pistol. If we're going to fight Plan 42, I might just do it painfully with the pistol. Because we've got lots of bullets, and I need the shotgun later down the line, where it's going to be, yes, less useless. Well, the pistol will be useless later on when we go back to the house due to what's in there. Not useless, but I don't particularly want to be fighting hunters with a pistol. So yes, I will go grab the red book. I guess I'll save as well. And then we'll be back and ready for Plant 42. Okay, we are ready, I think. Got a few heals just in case this goes somewhat south. So I forget, I think you do have to fight it a bit. A row of red books. There's one white book. Will you take it? Yes. V-Jolt report. As I stated in the last report, there are some common features found in the cells of the plant infected by the Tyrant virus. We also have found another interesting fact through some experiments. We found an element that destroys these plants' cells rapidly in UMB number 16, one of the series of UMB chemicals that we used for that experiment. We named this UMB number 16 as V-Jolt. In our calculation, it will take less than 5 seconds to destroy Plant 42 if we put the V-Jolt directly on the root. You need to mix some of the UMB series chemicals in a specific order to create V-Jolt. The UMB series chemicals may generate a poisonous gas, which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. Following are the types of UMB series chemicals and their brief characteristics. UMB number 2, red. NP003, purple. UMB 4, green. Yellow 6, yellow. UMB number 7, white. UMB number 13 is blue, stimulating smell. V-Jolt, UMB number 16, brown. V-Jolt report has been filed. Now a book is missing. Well, it's our lucky day. Here we go. Oh, what is this? I'll just get really close to it.
Chris!
Rebecca, no, it's no use. The roots of it are in the basement. You could... Whoa!
Chris!
Take this file with you. Use the information in it in order to make the potion. And kill the root. Rebecca, please.
Potion? Poison, I think, is a better term.
Chris! Don't die!
Why spend the next 15 to 20 minutes making a stupid chemical? Just hang around, I'll be fine. Just don't worry. A few minutes. Yes, I know where the room is. Oh, where the root is. Thought it was going to show me the location of this room. It's right here and unlocked and ready to go. And how does he know that shooting it isn't effective? He didn't even try. Okay, let's get this show on the road. First thing we need to do is grab all the empty bowls. That's the first one. 4 in total. Not sure why she's carrying that gun around and no bloody bullets. How have you survived this long? You not loaded it back up since I last fired it? Okay. So now we need to read the two notes on the walls. Something is written on the wall. 1 plus 2 equals 3, 3 plus 4 equals 7, 2 plus 4 equals 6, 6 plus 7 equals 13, 13 plus 3 equals 16. Something is written on the wall. Water equals 1, red equals 2, purple equals 3, green equals 4. Okay, so we also have in here, there's a UMB number 2. Will you put UMB number 2 in the empty bottle? Not right now. This one is nothing. And then this one is, there's UMB number 4. Will you put UMB number 4 in the empty bottle? No. And then we have water. So let's go for the first one then. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Well, this is 2, right? So let's put that in the bowl. The thing that makes this so slow is all the menu interactions. Gotta go into the menu. We're gonna show the bottle. You got the water. Then back out again. Okay, so that's 1 plus 2. Combine those, and we get 3. Beautiful. Simple maths. Even I can do it. So next is 3, which we've already got, plus 4, which equals 7. And I believe this one is number 4. So let's put that in a bottle, and then we add the 3 we just made to the 4. Okay, now we have number 7. Beautiful. Next on the equation. 2 plus 4. Okay, well we know this is 2. And we just did this, which is 4. We've got 2 and 4. Combine. So now we've got 7 and 6. Okay, what's next? Well, isn't that convenient? 6 and 7 plus equals 13. Now we have 13. Final one, 13, which we've just got, plus 3. So 3 was the first one we did, so that's number 2 plus water. Okay, that's 2. And then water is 1. So combine water with number 2 again. And then we should just be combining 13 with 3. I will just double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said, right? 13 plus 3. That's not combined, that's check, that's fine. V-Jolt. Nice. Let's go poison this bad boy then. Means we've got to go all the way back down to where the sharks are. I wonder if they're still flapping around. Or if they've given up the ghost yet. No, they're still going. Determined, aren't they? You think they'd like flap at least towards the tank? Not that they can get back in. Ain't no water now. Looks like a plant route. This must be the place. Vijolt. Nice. Meanwhile, back with Chris. Jesus. I think they were wrong about V-Jolt. So now we've got to fight this thing, and I'm going to be annoyed if I die to this. Just because I've got to do all that stupid chemistry crap again. Now the problem with this fight is making sure you don't get hit by that stuff that falls. So you can't stand still for very long. And I did only bring the pistol, because I figured we'd try and save the bullets with a shotgun from when we return to the house. I don't want to risk more than one shot, I don't think. Oh, no, I thought it was dead. It made a noise. I think we just killed a limb. Okay, I love that I say I don't want to risk more than one shot, then instantly just start shooting more than once. Impatient always wins out. Do we need to... Oh, that's good timing. It takes a fair few. I hope we've got enough, because otherwise we're in trouble. I mean, we had 50. It's more than enough. Just stay out of his reach. Keep moving. Shit. Didn't count them well that time, did I? I'm waiting for the stuff to drop on the... There he is. I won't miss. Missing now. Kind of hard to judge where you're aiming. Ugh. So much for a hitless run. Come on. How many hits does he take? Doesn't even do that much damage, I guess. We're still on green, fine. So maybe I should just unload. I can even hit him. So that's 3-4 times we've been hit and we're still in fine. Obviously being actually hit by his tentacles would probably be worse. There we go. Gross. And then check the fireplace for this key. The mansion key. Why it's here in this house, I don't know. And in that fireplace, of all places. Okay, reload that. Corner's pretty much done again then. Didn't need the heals, so that's good. Maybe we can use like a single green herb to get back to full, but...
Oh! I can't believe it! Are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Saved again.
Jesus.
I just...
Really, thank you.
You'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?
Probably not.
I guarantee it.
Well, Chris, this is Richard's radio. We received communication from Brad at the courtyard a little while ago, but he is still flying around in the sky. He obviously couldn't hear our voices. Maybe his radio is broken.
I see. Understood. I'll keep it. We should somehow let Brad know we're here.
Why did he leave in the first place?
At the pharmaceutical room I found a little while ago, I think I will be able to make something.
Okay. So, something we didn't even do at the beginning, but you can go to her for healing.
Anyway, Chris, I'm glad you're safe.
Nah. So yeah, you can go to her for healing in the medical room back in the mansion. I think you can do the same again here. I guess we could do it. It's a free heal. Okay, it's back to full health. Wouldn't want to waste those many green herbs we've got.
This room is fully equipped with medical supplies. I can treat you, except for your major injury. Would you like me to?
Apart from my major injury. Do I have some sort of unknown injury I'm not aware of? What does that even mean? Can you get major injuries? I don't think you can. Do you want to heal your wounds? Sure.
Yes, please do something for me, temporarily.
Becca treats Chris. I bet she does. Do I get a lollipop for being a good boy?
Most of these medicines are from Umbrella.
What's Umbrella?
Don't you know? It's a large-scale pharmaceutical company based in Raccoon City.
How would you not know that? That's a
Oh,
cop.
I see.
And you've never heard of it? From the city that you live in? Worst police force ever. Guy drops his gun, loses his teammates, doesn't even... I'll just... whatever.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy.
Yes,
If we
it is his
stay here,
fault.
all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
Leave.
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
We must complete our mission. What is our mission exactly? Wasn't it to search for Bravo team? We've done that. Bar 1. 2 at this point, technically. They're all dead. Let's go. Just leave. We've got enough bullets to deal with a few dogs outside, surely. But no, we'll stay. Play the idiot. For some reason in the the director's cut, they changed those bees that he's shooting to spiders. I guess they wanted him to have something slightly tougher to deal with than the bees. Okay. So now it's time to go back to the mansion, which is where the fun begins. Where's the gun? We'll need the key. There is 2 hunters between here and the next safe box. Is there anything else to pick up? I don't think there is there? Yeah, I'll take the herbs, I guess. Take 2 herbs. Okay, let's go. Farewell, guardhouse or dormitories. It's been a pleasure.